Well, welcome to the final game of the 2013 ARC Championships here at Westhills Stadium. Canada, host nation, versus Argentina, the perennial champions of this event. And it's a great still afternoon, a little bit overcast, but perfect rugby weather this afternoon. I'm joined by Ian Hidley in the commentary booth. Ian, what should we expect from these two sides?
Well, I think that for me, the number one theme today basically is redemption for Canada. Canada, by their own admission, not happy with how they've played in the first two games, particularly last Tuesday against the USA. And even though they can't win the competition, Argentina's already won the tournament. They'll be looking to give a top performance, a skill performance, but most of all, a physical, abrasive performance. That was missing in the first two rounds. And so Captain Adam Kleberger will be just demanding that from the guys and at least finish the ARC on a high note.
Well, here they go. Jack Fitzpatrick to kick off for Canada. He's starting at fullback tonight. And Argentina have let that ball bounce. Ooh, big hit going in. I think that was big Callum Morrison coming in with that, chasing the kickoff. And if you said that's going to be one of the themes of tonight, is putting your bodies on the line, the Canadians have certainly started with that in mind.
Well, that aggressiveness, that abrasiveness that Morrison brings. Normally he obviously plays in the back row, but they've opted for him in the second row tonight. So Canada's a little bit undersized in the second row as a result. And interesting to see Argentina tonight in their change. Seeing Argentina tonight in their change of strip. The traditional pale blue and white hoops have been replaced by their change dark blue strip.
Solid scrum by Canada, and the hook against the head by Barkwell is good. So Coughlin picks up McKenzie at the back. There's Morrison. We've talked about him already. There's Schultz. Can he link? Well done, Aaron Flagg in support. Woolridge at the base. That's Parfrey, the new man. Inside ball to Fitzpatrick. Entry into the ruck. The referee says entry into the ruck was from the side. So
well, a couple of points there. Obviously, scrum against the head by Canada, very promising side. Argentina, while they've been very well drilled at the breakdown all tournament, their scrum has been fallible at times, and that was another example. Promising back attack there by Canada, coming on down and nice with spearheaded by Patrick Parfrey. Again, as Canada make a third change in the fly half position.
Canada defense off the line out. Argentina, they've had their way so far in this tournament going forward. Connor Trainer, the tackle. There's Morrison again with the stiff tackle in the middle of the field. Good timing by the second row. Coming back to the short side. Trainer and De La Salle trying to hold up their opposite. No sign of Argentina even thinking about the kick. There's Morrison again. The referee's got his hand out for penalty advantage. So playing the scrum half at that last breakdown. See him indicate tapping the ball down.
Well, penalty there, but probably seen, 3 minutes, just coming up on 4 minutes in the game, probably seen more aggression in this 4 minutes from Canada with the ball and certainly without the ball than we saw in the entire 80 against USA on Tuesday. again, just need to trust the defense. You know, there's the just reaching in to slap the ball out of the scrum half's hands at the last breakdown. The referee's definitely not missing that, and he will take a dim view of that that type of penalty as the game moves ahead.
Canada again defending at the line out. They've gone long, Argentina. Bringing their back row players in behind that first phase of attack. Oh, Barkwell with a stiff hit. Good work by the hooker. As you mentioned, Ian, very physical play from the Canadians. Forcing the turnover. It's quick ball now. Parfrey's in possession. Referee's playing knock-on advantage, so if Canada can use this, which they are, Schultz. He stabbed it through. And Connor with the pickup. Connor Trainer looking for the offload to De La Salle. Doesn't get it. So now Argentina in possession. Ball across the field. That's Barkwell with another tackle. Morrison assisting. Ooh, loose pass.
Well, already we've seen 3 big hits from Ray Barkwell, and I know
playing
that
knock-on advantage, so if Canada can use this, which they are, Schultz.
As we look at, there's a kick through by Schultz.
He stabbed it through,
comes up
and
in the
Connor
handle
with the
to
pickup.
Trainer.
Connor Trainer looking for the
Referee
offload to
judges
De
off
La
his knee there
Salle.
and just
Doesn't
again,
get it.
Not quite.
The line out is tipped, and it's loose. Argentina profiting from that. They're going back to their offload game now in the tackle area. Canada's got to watch this. Huge gaps on the left-hand side. Quite a bit of space between Canada's first and second defender on this side. Canada has to keep that physicality up. Trying to hold the ball carrier up off the ground. Here's the line speed. Coughlin. Good work by the number 8. Good work by Canada's number 8 on that time. His line speed from that ruck was superb, and then when the tackled player was on the ground, he immediately jackled on the ball to force the penalty.
Yeah, good tackle by loosehead Doug Woolridge.
Here's the line
Play
speed.
comes up. There's Woolridge on the tackle. And
Coughlin.
Coughlin right in over top when the goal.
It's so important to have the discipline of that Zach Coughlin just illustrated for us. The clear release, bringing his arms up to show the referee that he was part of the tackle, but he's clearly released the ball carrier. And then as soon as he goes back down on it, he's legal, and the ball carrier now is penalized. There's a lot of players who miss that fine point. Parfrey. It's straight, but it's short. Pardon me, that was Fitzpatrick. So Argentina cleared their lines. First attempt.
And, you know, the opening 7 minutes, you know, balanced. Both teams playing with the ball, but, you know, Canada obviously they lost the throw there, but being much, much better than at any time during the U.S. game on Tuesday.
Argentina still in possession. 2-on-1 on De La Salle. Fitzpatrick comes in to help. He's got to roll away from that tackle area. He does. And there's Barkwell again, flying out of the defensive line. It's good timing by the hooker. Woolridge and Morrison combine. Ball gone loose, and that's Barkwell trying to reclaim it on the ground. Argentina in possession. Good tackle around the ankles by Aaron Flagg. That one's missed by De La Salle. Argentina getting some momentum. You see the number 7, Kleberger, trying to hold that ball up. Canada's defense bending but not breaking. For that slip. There, great hit by the captain. That's a captain's tackle right there.
And I think we got some problems here, though. He may be deeming that Kleberger did not wrap in that tackle.
Well, again, it's sometimes at the impact, you know, that the tackler himself cannot actually get his arm around. He's got his arms out, but he can't really get him around the ball carrier because the impact is so hard. And here comes Kleberger flying out.
And of course, we saw a huge call in one of the rugby championship games between New Zealand and South Africa. A similar decision where Dan Carter was taken out by Bismarck Du Plessis, and Du Plessis was yellow carded, which at the end of the game that card was actually rescinded because it was deemed to have been a legal tackle. And Montez is just saying it is just going to be a midfield offside decision, and probably the first 3 points of the game for Argentina. Interesting as their offload game was developing nicely there. There was few cracks starting to show on the Canada defensive line. Gaps between players were widening, and it's just the speed of delivery of the ball, and how quickly the ball can be recycled when you get in behind the defensive line. So fly half Sebastien Poet in what should be a fairly handy. Over it goes.
So Argentina going out to a 3-point lead.
Very impressed in that build-up with the play of Argentinian lock Guido Petti, number 5. Just watch him when he carries the ball. Just never prepared to just run into defenders. Always a bit of footwork, and then looking to slip the ball away when he's created just sort of a half break.
Fitzpatrick goes deep. Pressure from the Canadian defense, swarming, forcing the Argentinians. This is Fitzpatrick one-on-one. He finds McKenzie on the strong line. Good work by Canada's scrum half. Fitzpatrick, Schultz. This is Kleberger ranging wide, bumps off the tackler. Canada's captain leading from the front. Very spirited play from the Canadians. They've got penalty advantage here. Schultz is through. Schultz is through. Great score for Canada. Fantastic score for Canada.
Well, that's one of Mike Schultz's specialties, running the tight lines off the first receiver or off the 9. He did it for the winning try against Uruguay last Friday, and he does it again, and fair play to referee Montez. Fantastic advantage. He played the penalty and gave Canada opportunity, and nice little snipe from McKenzie and a nice offload.
The advantage
and
here.
Schultz in for the first try of the game. Look at there's Wilson Ross in the carry up. Good clean out by Canada. And there's Schultz on the short ball.
Schultz is through.
McKenzie.
Schultz is through. Great score for Canada.
Seen in this opening 13 minutes, I think the type of rugby from Canada that the crowds who've come out in their thousands to the tournament expected to see. There wasn't much on offer in games 1 and 2, but we've certainly seen enough of it tonight, and nice conversion from Fitzpatrick and the 7-3 lead.
Well, you're right about the thousands. They're out here again today, Ian, and that's exactly what they've come to see, that kind of adventure, skill, and attitude from the Canadians. We always knew they were capable of it. It's just nice to see it delivered. So here we go for the kickoff. Wilson Ross, oh, he fights for those extra yards every time, Wilson Ross. And that ball's the regather just going forward from Parfrey.
And obviously this is a hugely important game for Canada. We talked about the redemption theme, coming up with a big effort. But for a lot of these guys, they did not do themselves justice against Uruguay or the USA. They're playing for Kieran Crowley and the coaching staff to say, take me to Europe in November on the fall tour. And so, there's lots to play for. Canada can't win the tournament, but they certainly collectively and, individually and collectively, still lots to play for.
Scrum wheels quickly. The Argentinian team is able to get the ball. Bit more power play from them, and Barkwell and Woolridge are in on the first tackle. And that one's come squirting on Canada's side. Good work by Canada. Wilson Ross.
Was too bad McKenzie went back to the left there. There was a big overlap on the right. Guys needed to be calling for the ball.
Barkwell takes a man and ball tackle. McKenzie goes back to his left. Now some width onto the game. Here's Trainer. Oh, Fitzpatrick regathers. Now the offload. Good line by Schultz. Some great rugby by Canada. McKenzie looking for the quick ball. Trips over his own man. And that's Gilmore, Kyle Gilmore. Aaron Flagg coming into support, buying McKenzie time. Look at that Argentinian player over the top. He steps back. Knock on advantage should be played. Here goes Parfrey. Inside ball to Fitzpatrick. He takes a huge hit. Still Canada trying to string that ball along the field.
And you see the referee had his arm out. Is it knock-on advantage or is it penalty advantage? Canada in these situations just can they clear the ball quickly?
Here's Morrison doing his part. There's De La Salle, first touch for him. Offloads well to Gilmore.
Clear the ball quickly.
McKenzie caught in contact. Again, I think the communication needs to be upped a little bit on the Canadians. There's men outside not being used. De La Salle buries his head, produces the ball. McKenzie's there. Here comes the line. Coughlin puts the ball down and forward. Argentina's won the turnover. So knock on against Canada. Promising play.
I think the trick for Canada is just when they're hitting the ball up in midfield, how can they just free it up at the tackler just a second quicker?
Now some width onto the game.
As we look at a nice
Trainer.
little break here from
Fitzpatrick regathers. Now the offload.
And
Good line by Schultz.
Advantage is the defense is reorganizing. That's when the gaps happen, right? If that ball is slow coming back from the ruck, Argentina's defense, which has been superbly organized, we saw it all last year, we've seen it in the first two games this year, right, will find a way to close down the attack. Interesting that, from a quick ruck ball, Schultz was on McKenzie's shoulder for the score
His
a few
head
minutes ago.
produces the ball. McKenzie's there.
Well, that's
Here comes
just
the line.
those key words
Coughlin
that you're using there. One is
puts the ball
organized
down and
that's the
forward.
one thing you
Argentina's
don't
won the
want
turnover.
to allow the defense to do is to get organized.
Ruck. Let's have a quick ruck and really use that to your advantage. See how Canada does here at scrum time. The alignment for the Argentinian backs is very flat. They're indicating that they're looking to kick the ball or use their second line of attack behind the two centers, so we'll watch for those. Canada's won the penalty at the scrum.
And again, for all their deserved scrummaging reputation and for all the great work they've done in the tight and at ruck and maul, the Argentina scrum has been a little bit wobbly in this tournament. They've in all the games Oh, and that's just a bad error there.
Canada losing the advantage. 2 bad errors. So if we can show that again, it's you know, it's 2 things you don't want to do. You don't want to not find touch when you've got that penalty. You want to find touch first of all. Surprise.
So Parfrey has to put the ball in the corner out, no question about that. But on the return kick, it looked like McKenzie was in touch when he caught the ball. So there's the missed. Like that's a costly error. On this kick here, as we watch McKenzie gather,
Canada
he is
losing the advantage, inbounds and then stepping out.
Right on the call, and then. So this isn't right. If that's the call, then it should be a Argentina throw, or the quick lineout should have been allowed to take place.
That's right.
Anyway, a chance. Canada should have a lineout in the 22.
Kleberger again swarming through. Good work from the Canadian captain. He's been playing like a true open side today already. Canada stretch to the right side. See if they can keep that. Their men are coming up early, in the middle of the field. There's numbers here for the Argentinians if they can string their passes together. De La Salle does well to just jockey for position. He was dealing with an overlap, looping pass.
It looks like that's fly half Pat Parfrey, I think, down in with the trainers.
Again, Schultz just jockeying the defense, forcing them on the outside and then picking up the switch ball.
And there's just some bodies down. There's another Canadian player down on the far
Schultz,
touchline. I think
Schultz
Schultz
and Barkwell down.
crashed into each other. So there's Parfrey's back in his feet. There's attention to a cut nose, and Barkwell's back up, and so is Schultz. So it's all good for Canada. The defensive line.
Ooh, almost an intercept for Parfrey. There's Kleberger in with another strong tackle. Making Argentina work hard for everything. That's
There's
Woolridge.
Petty again, good footwork, did well from an unpromising position to take the ball forward, and there's the break. Oh, and they're looking for the offload. There it is. Canada did well to scramble that one away.
Gotta say, Canada's defense, that's Gilmore tackling in the middle of the field. All the resources for Argentina are to the left. That's the way they go. Morrison's up. Ilnicki coming in for the jackal.
Oh, beautiful hands from the number 8. For Panisi. And again, big phase play. There's the line from 1. They're looking to run off. And there's, and it's the gaps are starting to appear as whenever the ball's produced quickly.
Some superb tackling by Canada.
And
in the
there's
open
not
field.
releasing. It's going to be penalty. It looks like penalty advantage coming to Canada, coming to Argentina here.
He's got his arm out again.
And I think there could be trouble here. It's going to be interesting to see that we had, I wouldn't be surprised. He's calling Captain Kleberger over. And I think there's going to be some, and there it is, the yellow card.
Well, unfortunate for Canadian fullback Fitzpatrick.
But again, there was a penalty in the midfield. I'm surprised perhaps you could have come back to the middle. And now 23 minutes, so Canada's got some work to do now. And how it'll be interesting to see how they rearrange coming to Argentina here. They're back. So there's the tackle, and we watch number 15 not rolling away. And as we get back to live action.
He could have predicted this. This is Argentina going for the rolling maul. The referee seen an infringement. He's stopped time on the clock. And he's got a penalty against Canada for offside at the maul.
And don't be surprised with the man advantage if Argentina is happy to just grind away, and they've opted. It's 2 kickable penalties that they've turned down and going for the corner. As we mentioned in the earlier broadcast today, that Uruguay felt Canada got away with some illegal tactics in the defensive maul in the last Friday's game. Let's see what.
Overthrown but gathered by man at the tail of the Argentinian lineout. So they're still in possession, but Canada's done well to regroup. Maul, turnover ball
Tremendous.
for Canada. Great work by the Canadians.
And of course, because the ball was overthrown by Argentina, they didn't have their support players at the catcher in time, and so we didn't get any go forward as we look at Fitzpatrick, as he is now just coming up to 2 minutes gone in his 10-minute binning. Canada obviously will need to scrummage with 8 players here, and they can do that, and it'll be Parfrey who's dropping back for the clearance kick.
Vital scrummage for the Canadians. And Argentina really puts the surge on, and they've won the penalty.
And it really has been one of the themes of the tournament, the team putting the ball in, and maybe it's part of the new scrum engagement, and that the defending scrum can sort of get the timing, and but just a big, and again, 3rd penalty kick at goal, and obviously Argentina are determined to they're going to hunt for tries while they have as we look at the scrum, and in goes
Vital
the ball,
scrummage for the
pressure comes
Canadians.
on, and
Argentina
up goes. He's under a lot of pressure.
Argentina going long, back to the tail. Oh, they've formed well. Take a mighty effort to stop this drive, but Canada's done so. Oh, miscommunication in our defensive back line. Gives us relatively straightforward try to Argentina.
Well, I think when we look to go back there, we won't see that Canadian midfield just again maybe feeling the pressure without a fullback.
Oh, they've formed well.
Here's
Take
the
a
ruck,
mighty effort
and
to
now we're looking up
stop
at
this drive, but Canada's done so.
the ball come to Poet, and he's looking to pick out his runners.
Oh, miscommunication in our
For Argentina going ahead.
Now you're right. You
8-7.
forget that Canada is down a man, so that's one man out of their defensive alignment. That probably does put some extra pressure on the other 6 backs in the backfield.
Well, at the pace that these runners come on, that if you get slightly wrong-footed, get slightly the wrong angle, and I think Schultz just got a little bit inside the attacking player, and with maybe Connor Traynor, who was outside him just fractionally ahead, and there was just a slight hole to run, and again going at full speed from only 5 meters out, just half broke the tackle and just got across the line. But again, there's the build-up. Jack Fitzpatrick has been in the sin bin for 4 minutes, and Argentina's turned it into 7 points, or it's in that time frame. It's Argentina scored 7. See if Canada needs to get the hands back on the ball.
Argentina still moving that ball, looking to use that one-man advantage for the 6 minutes. They'll have it. Middle of the field stuff. Good tackle by Flag. The kick is deep, too deep. Bouncing ball. Wilson Ross is patient with his regather. Immediately goes to the air.
This could be so there's a bit of space out wide.
Kleberger again with the strong shoulder. there's numbers here. Connor Trainer's doing very well to track across. He's got De La Salle with him.
Good footwork by Petit. And
Ooh, the offload out of the tackle, almost. Referee says backwards. Ball went backwards, so no knock-on called there. Still offloading the ball in contact is Argentina. Good sequence of play. And a tackle by Barkwill. One-on-one. Kleberger's equal to the task. Well done, Morrison.
Notice the speed at which Argentina can recycle the ball.
Makes such a difference.
They're not held. And there's going to be space out. There are going to be numbers on the right shortly. If not, and
Canada's doing all they can with the tackles. The try has been awarded.
and there's just a slight difference, you know, the ability of Argentina to just keep the ball alive, keep the ball up. You know, the last option for them is the ruck, and again, that was a very good kick. You know, the way they put the ball through multiple phases. There's going to be space out. The tail end, the right shortly. Drive, if not a slip.
Canada's doing all they can with the tackles.
Possession of the ball, ran to pressure, put up a high kick. It was just a little bit too deep, and allowed you know, the catch wasn't challenged. And again, tremendous play by Argentina to you know, put the ball through, you know, some 70 meters, about multiple phases, and as can often be the case, this is proving to be a costly binning. Still 2 minutes to go till Fitzpatrick is back on the field, and Argentina has cracked on 14 points in his absence.
Well, just Canada falling short just at the end of those movements, unable to dampen down the Argentinian attack in any way, and playing with a man down. It's just ultimately a numbers game. The more they have to put into the contact area, the more tackles they have to make. And the Argentinians are wily enough to look up and seize on those advantages. McKenzie with the kickoff duties. And it's a good one. Canada trying to hold up the opponents, get the maul put in. Argentina have secured possession. The referee waited a long time to penalize Canada there, and that's a tough one for me, Ian, because as far as I know, it was a maul, and once a maul collapses, there's no, the players are not, they don't have to roll away from the maul, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I think if the referee waits long enough in any tackle situation like that, there will be a penalty eventually. Perhaps, you know, a couple seconds before, scrum might have been the better. Was certainly another option to consider. You know, if that's a scrum decision, Argentina ball, you know, I think there's no one that's unhappy.
Well, in any case, we're line out at Canada's 40-meter line. It's off the top. Argentina going in behind. It's a one-on-one situation. De La Salle makes the tackle. Wilson Ross standing in as a fullback, and Connor Trainers hack the ball through down the field. Look for the bounce. Kleberger doing well, the captain. 2-on-1, De La Salle again, and forces his man into touch, so Canada will have to put into the line out.
Good counterattack by Argentina. Six minutes to play, plus a bit of added time in the first half. And certainly Argentina, even in the absence of tour captain Joaquin Tutelet, who was outstanding at fullback last Friday against the USA, and then played for 20 minutes on the left wing against Uruguay Tuesday before straining his calf. He's not in the lineup tonight at all, but Argentina is still very confident.
Flag takes it at the front. No, pardon me, that's Coughlin. Trainer is able to step out the swarming defense. So Canada in possession, exploring the short side with El Nicky. Now Barkwell takes them well over the advantage line. So if this is going to be recycled quickly, Canada's got some opportunities. Schultz. Short side attack once again. Flag. Now open side. Long from Parfrey to Trainer. Fitzpatrick, De La Salle, one-on-one. Good work, and the offload, well done by De La Salle. Fitzpatrick keeping it in play, but giving it away to Argentina. Loose play, though. Oh, it is hacked through by Wilson Ross. Come on, bounce, be kind. No, ball's gone long. So you see what can happen. You get Canada worked so hard on that left side of the field to create more opportunities for the right winger De La Salle. And when he got his chance one-on-one, long from Parfrey, several hit-ups. Here they go on the
Fitzpatrick,
right. De La Salle, one-on-one.
De La Salle, nice little good step.
Good work, and the
back of
offload,
hand.
well done by De La Salle.
And opportunity lost. But better for Canada. And of course, Fitzpatrick's now back on the field. Canada's back to the full complement of 15. They just need to get their hands on the ball. During that 10 minutes when Fitzpatrick was off, Argentina had all the possession, and that made it for a long and costly 10 minutes. Canada playing shorthanded and conceding 2 converted tries.
Well, back to a full complement. The Canadian side, as you mentioned, is Argentina. The restarts the 22 meters, and they've gone long. Connor Trainer, casual take. Good skill work by outside center for Canada. There's Schultz. Tries to drop the ball back inside to Wilson Ross. It's gone to Argentina. The referee's whistled up. Not sure what the call is going to be here. He's awarding the ball to Canada. Sees a scrum, a knock on, slight infringement.
Okay, so we've got 3 minutes to go in the half, and Canada, having taken a 7-3 lead, has slipped behind again. It'd be nice if we could get the if Canada could find a way to score.
Casual take, good skill work by outside center for Canada.
Here. Moving away up the left.
Strong, solid scrum. This has got to go now. Coughlin does well. And now Schultz.
Over the gain line. It's good. Now needs quick ball. Forwards around the corner.
Inside ball. It's gone to deck, and referee's seen a forward, knock forward. So Canada, unfortunately, giving up that opportunity. 2 minutes left in the half. Set play.
Forwards around the
Schultz
corner.
getting over the top of the inside ball, over the gain line, on the deck, and referee's back inside forward. Argentina to put into this scrum. Ooh, a good scrum by the Canadians.
Just what they wanted. Canada want to kick for goal here. 38 minutes, right? 40-meter kick, and Fitzpatrick's duly coming up from the back, and this will be a real momentum boost just prior to the half.
What a scrum by the Canadians! I mean, they really had to deliver, and they've given their team an opportunity to put 3 more points on the board.
We'll just look down at Vega as we look at the scrum feed, and
Ooh,
Argentina
good
getting
scrum by
knocked
the
back off
Canadians.
the ball. and
conceding
just
the
what they
penalty.
wanted. Canada want to kick.
Jack Fitzpatrick is short again. And Argentina going for the safety of the touchline. The ball's bounced.
In touch Canada throw, and as we move into a cool evening here at Westhills, that you know, the ball's not flying off the boot and just dropping short there.
Canada throwing to the line out on the 40-meter line of Argentina. And they've gone to the back. That's Kyle Gilmore, but he's beaten just in front by his opposite. No, ball's gone loose, though. And this is Coughlin, and he's got Barkwell. Barkwell putting
And
his head down.
Recycle, Canada's recycle quickly. There's
Here's
num
Short,
pushed a bit
Delasau.
straight, got to straighten.
Well, unfortunate turn of events there in Canada. Its move looked so promising right from the turnover at the ruck when Barkwell was taking off, and the common sense to stay in bounds. Canada recycled quickly. That pass just dropping from Trainer. Line out the back. That's Kyle Gilmore, but he's beaten just in front
So that well
by his
turned over.
opposite. No, ball's gone
Now
loose,
we're up the
though.
short side.
And this is
Coughlin.
Coughlin, and he's
Pass
got
to
Barkwell.
Barkwell.
And how he came in field, I thought was
putting
really
his head
crucial.
down.
That could have been forced out of
Recycle,
bounds.
fall.
And
Recycle.
now we need Canada
Quickly
to
straighten the line here. Accurate passing.
Delasau.
Straight. Got to straighten. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that was unfortunate because that looked a promising mood and a timely score it would have been for Canada. Scrum once again is very strong though, and Coughlin's been able to pick up at the back. But Canada's one to put in regardless to this one.
And it could be just a bit touch more time. We're on clock's just gone just a minute into added time, and the referee says in fact that is halftime.
Oh, Canada will be disappointed with that opportunity lost just at the end of the first half. So we're going into halftime with Argentina leading by a score of 15-7 over Canada. Well, welcome back. We're just about to start the second half. Argentina leading 17-7 over Canada. This final game of the 2013 ARC Championship. Canada having a strong first half and finishing strongly. See if they can repeat. No changes to the Canadian side to start the second half. A little bit indecision from McKenzie. He's able to find Parfrey. So Canada can again bring the physicality they brought to their defense in the first half.
It's all about the speed of the recycle. Oh, it's a bit ominous here for Canada.
Ooh, Argentina, their own worst enemy there, knocking the ball onside of Canadian 22. So Canada's dodged the bullet. And you were right, Ian. The signs were looking ominous that Argentina were certainly putting their foot on the pedal. They started this half very strongly.
Well, since Mike Schultz scored to put Canada up 7-3, Argentina has controlled the game, and they've been particularly dangerous up the left flank. Canada defense being a bit narrow there on a number of occasions. And of course, when Argentina do get away up the left side, they so rarely just end up tackled into a ruck situation. There's always that little pass back inside, and they were almost away again.
Well, the scrum's good, and this is Schultz, a try scorer, taking the ball right off Coughlin at number 8. Set play. McKenzie having some trouble finding his kicker, who's going to relieve the pressure, so he's always looking at the back of the ruck, and he's gone to Fitzpatrick. Yep. Fitzpatrick's found that touch.
A little bit disappointed. Just good exit strategy work there. Flat pass from Coughlin from the scrum to Schultz, who took it well over the gain line, and textbook ruck by Canada, and then back, and again, you just need a kick a bit farther downfield.
Argentina with the drive off the line out. That one's on the ground now. You can see that red wall come up in defense. Double tackle from Kleberger and Gilmore. Loose play from the Argies. Some strong running though by their back row. It's again into the red zone, Argentina. No one home. The kick over the top. It's the bounce that'll beat. Oh, and the bounce is just beaten the Argentinian winger. But a smart play by the fly half. Poet, who's had a strong tournament, looking for that space.
And again, a very powerful run by the open side flanker, Martin Giapasoni. Made inroads into the Canada defense there. And then the little kick through by Poet, not quite going to hand. Big defensive line out for Canada, an important one.
Gilmore is taking it at the back. McKenzie relieves the pressure with the kick, and here comes Wilson Ross to challenge. And the great work, the ball's gone backwards, and that's Coughlin. Smart play by him not to force the offload. Canada, ball in hand. Schultz to the boot, and he's blocked. So charge down play. And the referee's going back. He sees a knock on after the charge down. So interesting decision by Schultz. Front foot ball from the chase through and catch by Wilson Ross. Canada had the front foot ball. Here's Wilson Ross going up for it.
I think as we look here, quick ruck by Canada and the ball out to Parfrey and then on to Schultz. I think the vision was good. There was space in behind. And just well pressured by charge down. Canada still able to rescue it from this right-hand scrum situation.
Ooh, free kick awarded against Canada, delaying the put-ins. That's one thing about these new scrum laws. When the referee says yes 9, it's not up to you to think the scrum is set or not. You've got to get that ball in. Argentina going with the quick tap. That's new for them. Over on that side, that's number 3 for Canada, Jake Ilnicki, forcing the turnover. And he certainly has. Well done. Pride of Williams Lake stepping up. Jake Ilnicki.
See if Canada can get the timing a little bit better here. A lot of pressure on loose head Doug Wooldridge, hooker Ray Barkwill, and tight head Jake Ilnicki. And really, from the game in terms of being a competitive contest that we want, really important that Canada doesn't concede a try from this down in this position with Argentina on. Again, there's the exit strategy. Ball straight from the number 8 to Schultz, who gets it well over the gain line.
And here's Morrison.
Great clean out there by Canada forwards. Now this back for the clearing kick. And throws it up the middle of the field.
Argentina in possession on the Canada 40-meter line. Canada's got their defensive line set. Finally got some cover in behind. And here's Traynor shooting up, forcing the Argentinians to run laterally. Now we need a Canadian defender to step up, not for the intercept, but for the big, strong tackle. That's what you need here. Again, Coughlin flying out of the defensive line. Oh, Argentina allowed to offload. I think Kleberger's actually carrying an injury now. He's down in the middle of the field for Canada.
And that was a very good tackle by Fitzpatrick, and he forced the turnover.
Canada's got the ball and numbers. There's Traynor, one-on-one. McKenzie and Wilson Ross working together.
Again, Wilson Ross just needed somebody coming to him there.
There's Barkwill. Held up, but he gets the ball to ground. Good work by the hooker. De La Salle. Oh, good work by De La Salle. Wow! Can he offload? That is great work by the winger. Good work. Loose play. Canada still in possession, just outside the 22.
And to me, he must yellow card there.
Yes.
He must yellow card, because if he yellow carded Fitzpatrick on a way less dangerous situation than that, he must yellow card the Argentinian defender. And he's got his right hand going to the pocket. So he's talking to the captain, Garcia Vega, and indeed there goes the 10-minute sin bin. And we just saw, as we look at the ball going wide, and here's why Joe De La Salle is the most dangerous player in broken field in Canadian rugby. Great run. And Argentina over the top, killing that ball. Opportunity notch here now for Canada. 17-7 down, but with a man advantage for the next 10 minutes.
And very promising to see Canada go for the line out, not for the penalty attempt. As they make a substitution, replacing Adam Kleberger, comes in. Number 20, Matt Heaton. So Heaton's in at the back of the line out for Canada, number 20. And he's got quite a task if he's going to equal the work that Kleberger's put in. Canada loses their own put into the line out 5 meters from the Argentinian line. Still got 9.5 minutes of a sin binning to take advantage of this one-man advantage. We'll see if they're able to do that.
Well,
Referee
they opted for the front ball there to Aaron Flagg. And it didn't go to hand, but Canada still won the scrum feed.
It's a huge scrum for Canada now. They've shown that they can scrummage with the Argentinian team. They need to deliver it right now.
And Canada backs all out to the left, and De La Salle lurking ominously in behind the centers. And keep an eye out for him. He could come in anywhere along the back line. And of course, the key is that if Canada move the ball to the backs, it has to start from a stable platform.
Ball's in, and it's out, says the referee. So Canada unable to clear the ball from the scrummage, but they've blocked the kick. So Argentina will have the throw in to the line out.
But Canada was disappointed there. It's a line out and a scrum, prime attacking positions, and they've been unable to secure either ball. It just goes back, set piece, just so vital.
Well, Argentina going for front of the line out, a bit of a trick play. Now still under pressure. Can they clear their lines?
And again, good pressure up by Canada there.
Well, relatively the same position, as the last line out. So Canada's got another shot here to get this one right. Going to the front line out didn't work as well. Sometimes the issue with going with a small mobile second row is that you haven't really got parity when it comes to this set piece, the line out, and we see it again from miscommunication from the Canadians. That line out.
So unfortunately, a scrum, 2 lineouts, and it's all, again, the clock ticks away and cut into the sin binning. And again, Canada will be disappointed that they haven't at least been as we look at the line here, and just a bit, obviously a bit of mistiming and not straight. As the number 17 for Argentina, reserve prop Roberto Tejerizo, enters the contest.
Argentina put into the scrum, but they're still in a defensive mind frame. They're very close to their own goal line. Looking for a strong scrum and a clear clearance. Ooh, penalty awarded against Argentina. Interesting decision now for Canada. This is a lot more kickable than the earlier opportunities.
Well, Fitzpatrick's on his way up. And of course, we saw the other night against the U.S. when Canada trailed 16-3 from almost this identical position. They opted to kick for goal and ended up missing the kick in some rather interesting circumstances. And the U.S. came down and scored a try to put the game out of reach at 23-3. Similar situation here, 17-7 Argentina. Canada, by converting this kick, will get within 1 score and still have 5 minutes left with a man advantage.
Well, it does hinge on these moments. Here's Jack Fitzpatrick. 2-step lead up to his penalty attempt. 1, 2. And the flag stayed down. So the kick, the penalty attempt is wide. So 5 minutes remaining. Canada still trails a score of 17-7. I think Fitzpatrick will be disappointed. He couldn't put more pressure on the Argentinians by converting that penalty. Open play. Mackenzie De La Salle. And Woolridge. Look to Canada to go back to the right. Schultz offload. Good work. Keep that ball moving. Wilson Ross not held.
And again, the quick ball, there was a hole.
Trainer isolated on the outside. Can he keep the ball in play? No. Forced into touch.
And again, just the nice little pop pass there from Mackenzie to Wilson Ross. And that half break, and Wilson Ross is looking to offload. Players need to run to him there for the short little pop pass. Once it becomes a ruck, a team as defensively well organized as Argentina is going to get back into position, and it just means that the attack has to then start again.
Again, I think Canada is using a lot of this left side of the field continually just to open up that space on the right. So they have that one-on-one with their right winger, Joe Delasau. Argentina going to the box kick, and that one's straight up. Interesting non-decision by the referee, and he's come back. I think his assistant referee has helped him out. Yes, offside, a 10-meter rule. Good call by the assistant referee. Poor kick by the Argentinian fly half, and his players not retreating out of the 10-meter circle. So Canada now has a repeat opportunity.
And interesting that 35 meters, Canada decide not to go for goal, and perhaps, you know, given the heavy cold conditions, it's a good decision. Now a line out in set piece will be the key if they can
Ball's taken cleanly at the front of the line out. Canada, the referee's called them all, and Canada is moving forward. This is good work from Canada. We haven't seen this driving play from them yet this tournament. They've done well here. Still regathered by Trainer. It's Morrison in the middle of the field. And the turnover won by Argentina. And regathered by Barkwell. Parfrey taking them on himself. Lots of questions being asked now. Morrison down on the ball. It's the safest option. Interesting. Canada fortunate there to get the scrum put in. Number of calls the referee could have made in that case.
well, Morrison scrambling back there and a little bit isolated. Could have been a holding on call. Could have been diving on the player on the ground. As we watch it here.
Difficult getting that ball in this hard.
The referee could have given a scrum to Argentina, but chose option 4, scrum to Canada. A couple of replacements in for Argentina. On the flank, number 21, Gonzalo Beltranu.
In at scrum half.
In at scrum half, sorry. Replacing Pedro Imhoff.
Scrum down immediately. The referee wants that one reset. Canada in possession, so they should get the put into this scrum. See that front row fraternity still strong. The sin bin is over. Argentina back to full strength. Canada unable to register any points while they had that man advantage. There's a short ball to Schultz coming up. Nope. Oh, just a misread, unfortunately. We got the penalty. Canada doing well at the breakdown. That's Coughlin again. The number 8. Forcing the turnover.
Could have maybe used Canada rescuing situation.
Coughlin wins it at the front of the line out. McKenzie caught in possession. So Woolrich steps in. And the hits are coming hard from the Argentinians. Parfrey. Oh, and Schultz puts that one down. And Argentina playing a knock-on advantage, and there it is, it's over. Deep kick. Wilson Ross struggling to get back. 2-on-1. Referee asking that ball to be used by McKenzie. Goes for the box kick. Line out has been awarded. It's an interesting decision for the referee. Player was already out of bounds when he was in contact with the ball.
And assistant referee Rose Lebrecht has been in the wars tonight. She's had a lot of big calls to make. 3 of them in the USA-Uruguay game. And 1 there. We've got Jamie McKenzie leaving the field to be replaced by Sean White. And let's see if 19 minutes to play, if Whitey can just produce a bit of magic and get Canada a score. It'd be great to see them get back within 1 score. And
not straight. Deemed, so Canada will have to put it to the scrum. And as you mentioned, Dean, only 20 minutes left or so, and this is the time really to go for it. If you're going to make that comeback at 10 points differential, you've got to get something on the board, hopefully in the next 7 or so.
Yeah, there's still time. I mean, Canada will be annoyed with themselves. They had 2 lineouts in a scrum and great attacking position and a pretty handy kick at goal, and came away with without any points. But now they just got to get possession of the ball, put it through the phases. And it'd be great to see if we get this even 17-10, 17-12. Here goes Sean White. This is where he's at his best.
Disappointing, straight into the bounds. Sean White tackled into bounds by the open side for Argentina. So that's a turnover of possession as Argentina will get the throw into the line out. Referee just is experiencing some issues with his microphone, so he's being refitted. Our own Kai Taylor from the West Coast or Vancouver Island Referee Society. Options coming back this way for Argentina. And that's where they go. And that's Morrison flying out of the defensive line again. He's had many strong tackles in the game so far tonight.
Trouble.
Ooh, Sean White was isolated, but Argentina put the ball down, so Canada will have to put into the scrum.
Canada was fortunate there, caught on the short side, outnumbered, and a pretty reasonable pass was put down by Argentina. And anyway, the net result is Canada's moved up 30 meters of territory and have the scrum. And I'd love to see Coughlin picking up and going right and hitting Schultz right off his shoulder. Get in behind the tackle line and play from there.
Yeah, Schultz has been consistent in just that, crossing the tackle line every time. And Morrison has been very consistent through it with his tackles and his impact around the field as well. Few players really putting their hands up for Canada right now, but the referee scrum penalty against Canada. And there, the cardinal sin, also by Argentina, not finding touch on the penalty. Wilson Ross, ball in hand. Parfrey to Schultz, to Trainer. Inside option, offload back to Schultz. Ball's loose, but still backwards. So Canada still in possession. Front foot ball, this is ball that Canada has to use and wide.
Must run straight.
Still Nikita Fitzpatrick. Here's Coughlin ranging outside. Can't be going on the bounce.
Well, it's just disappointing, you know, you just cannot, the touchline is your absolute enemy there, and you have to come off the touchline, switch, cut in field, anything but a line out with a throw to Argentina.
I couldn't agree with you more on that one, Ian, and that disappointing to see that Canada, all that good work done on the Wilson Ross undone. So this is very lateral play.
But there's the, you know, transfer, and there's good pass hitting Coughlin at speed, and he's a big man, he just needs to get in, and he's allowed taken into touch. Right wing Facunda Barea. And the sin bin is now over, and Ignacio Brex returns to action. And in Canada, unfortunately, unable to cash in with the man advantage. And you could say the game has swung on the two respective sin binnings. When Canadian fullback Jack Fitzpatrick was off, Argentina scored 14 points, and that is the difference in the game at the moment.
So Argentina, partially charged clearance kick. They've been able to regather. Oh, interception by Connor Traynor.
And we now have ball game on. Beautifully,
Great work.
beautifully read by Traynor. Long miss pass, and that with the conversion it'll be 17-14. Still 14 minutes to play.
Well, great timing by the Connor Traynor. He's been a feature of both Canada's 7th and 15th side.
And there's a bit lucky for Argentina to get possession, but the ball goes down and a wide pass from the first receiver, Poet, and well read by Traynor, and running in easily from the halfway line. Fitzpatrick will convert this to make the score Argentina 17, Canada 14, and truthfully, everything now in play for Canada. First, a win, another score to put in front, and potentially even two scores, which would see them get the bonus point win and finish second in the competition, edge past the USA. And that should be a great momentum boost. 13 minutes to play. Argentina 17, Canada 14. And as usual, immediately focus has to shift to the restart. Canada needs to win this ball cleanly.
And the kick is high into the sky, and there's Coughlin, Mr. Reliable for Canada this tournament. Sean White with the box kick. So the chase is a little bit lackluster from Canada on the left. I don't know if Wilson Ross might be carrying a bit of an injury right now. Argentina looking for some space in behind. They've gone high into the air. Fitzpatrick's inside his 22. And he's going for the touchline, and he's found it. Good work by the Canadian fullback. Ball's been played, so no quick line out for Argentina.
It will be interesting to see if Argentina are going to adopt a narrow, conservative approach and just kick the ball down the field, play for field position, having just surrendered that interception.
Ooh, they've gone long. This is Matt Heaton at the back of the line out, man who replaced Adam Kleberger. So Canada in possession, unexpected. And there's Traynor. Fitzpatrick ignores De La Salle on his right. And there's Morrison. Oh, he's hit hard by a double tackle. Barkwell, oh, he's been busy. Not held, so he's up again. No, referee says yes, he was held. Unfortunate for that. Some big hits coming in across the field.
Well, the crowd voicing their displeasure with that decision from referee Montez.
A lot of these tackles, they come in so hard, Ian, that the tackler himself is just bouncing off the ball carrier, and the ball carrier just gets up and goes again, and it's just a fraction of a second as to is he held, must he release the ball before he plays again. 3 points the difference between these two countries. Canada was able to turn over the last line out when they went long. See if they can do that again. Gone long again, and Canada's done it again. That was Gilmore at the tail of the Canadian line, and Canada on the drive. They have really come to life, this Canadian side. Could be another yellow. He's just standing there. Oh. You know, and that again, Ian, that for me is one where it's a bit professional, isn't it?
Well, perhaps he was dazed. Nonetheless, big touch. We just need a really quality touch kick here from Fitzpatrick, and that'll do just fine. Nice 25-meter nudge up the field. Canada's ball in the attacking third. 17-14. 9 minutes to play plus some added time. So opportunity knocks here for Canada.
And time does favor the team in behind, as if they do get any kind of score. It puts huge pressure on the team that's scored on to respond. So Canada knows that these 9 minutes are for them. It's to their advantage now. Canada tries to go to the tail, but they've turned that one over. And Argentina will look to clear their lines. Their alignment is fairly shallow, so they've gone to the air. And Fitzpatrick comes in to take it. Ooh, well done by Argentina moving forward. Strong tackle by Flag. Still in possession, not able to offload. Canada seems to have taken that out of the Argentinian game. Playing an advantage, offside advantage against number 2, Ray Barkwell.
And I'm sure that Argentina will be very happy to just slow things down here. Now decision time, given the heavy conditions, this will be a decision whether to kick for goal or not. But I would think that number 22, the replacement halfback Patricio Fernandez, who kicked beautifully the other night, it's looking like he's calling for the tee. And again, for both teams all night, just crucial set piece malfunctions. You know, that time it was Canada with a promising position and line-up throw and just couldn't quite get the timing right. And anyway, one thing that if Fernandez is successful with this kick and takes Argentina in front 20-14, it makes all decisions for Canada very simple. Try and conversion required to win. It would have been interesting to see, had Canada been at 17-14 down and given a kickable penalty, would they have been going for the corner and the win, or going for the kick and the draw? Anyway, if this kick from Fernandez goes through, that choice for Canada will be null and void. They will have only one option, and that's to try to score the try.
Well, Barkwell will be kicking himself for being indisciplined enough to commit the offside penalty. A fairly routine defensive pattern. Kicks long enough. Flags go up. So Argentina moving out to a score of 20-14. So as you mentioned, Ian, that really takes all the decision making out of Canada's hands. They're going for tries.
6 minutes plus injury time, and that was beautifully struck by Fernandez, nearly 40 meters. Cold, heavy air, and stroked it effortlessly through.
The kickoff is deep. Canada will be looking for the return. Oh, they've missed the tackle. So here it is, one-on-one with Sean White and Fitzpatrick. He's up to the task. Penalty at the breakdown again, not rolling away. Argentina will be once again happy to kick slowly for the line out and work for another penalty opportunity.
And Barea doing ever so well, taking the deep kickoff and just finding a gap in the Canadian forward chase that came forward, and making 30-40 meters. Very well tackled by a little step, and a couple of misses from Canada. well tackled here by Fitzpatrick, but Canada not in a position to roll away from the breakdown. Hernandez, who got the last kick very well, is going to have another one. And of course this will, if he's successful, will take Argentina more than a score in front, put them up 9 with 5 minutes and a bit to play. And even if it doesn't, he's going to put Canada deep in their 22. The ball falls short. And it takes up time as he...
It's a mighty kick, but it's short. So Sean White's got ball in hand. He's looking to run this one out. Yep, he's keeping it in hand. Schultz onto De La Salle.
I think Argentina probably was a bit ambitious, that kick, and
Coughlin. Oh, just over the top. He's throwing that straight out of bounds. And Argentina's got the option of a scrum or a line out on this one.
Unfortunately, the pass to Coughlin was a bit looped and behind, and took the starch out of the move, put him under pressure, and okay, now Canada's got work to do to get the ball back again.
Front of the line out. Oh, there's a knock forward. So Canada's going to escape that pressure point there. So now they'll have to put into the line out. 15 meters in. Put into the scrum, pardon me. For the knock forward, 15 meters in. Still lots of time, Ian.
Oh, there's lots of time. Just need, and of course, Canada will, as the clock ticks towards 80, will be prepared to be extremely adventurous. There'll be nothing to lose, and so sometimes that's when those offloads come off. They actually work, and might be a speculative or 50-50 ball to that you wouldn't normally pop up, but given the time and score, it's worth a go. Big scrum here. Coughlin to Schultz, scrum's wheeled away there, but that'll do. There he comes.
Watch for Wilson Ross in behind. There he is. Stepping and bumping and offloading. There you go. Matt Heaton.
Well, there's the one we talked about. Maybe just
Barkwell. Great timing to come through on the scrum half. Still time for Canada to regroup. Canada will have to just keep their shape, not commit the penalty, and that ball was knocked on, so let's get... Oh, interesting call. I thought it was knocked on the Argentinian side, but the referee picking out Canada knocking the ball on. So Argentina will have to put in 30 meters out, a split field scrum.
And down on the touchline, we've got DeJustice Sears-Duru, played for Canada U20s last year. Very young and promising loose head prop, and who's been called into the side for the injured Andrew Tiedemann. He didn't get on the field Saturday against, last Tuesday against the USA, but it's looking like his first senior appearance in the Canada shirt is about to happen. And I think could be on his way in for Doug Wooldridge. And here he comes.
A big moment for the young man. The justice.
And Argentina also making a change. I think number 18 tight head prop Esteban Viale coming in. So 2 new props in on the this side of the scrum.
And now Argentina to put in. Free kick for pushing early against Canada. So Argentina's...
Oh, just sometimes those scrum decisions, they just seem so arbitrary.
Canada still lots of fight left, still coming forward, making the big tackles. Referee's got a penalty advantage against Canada now. And he's gone back to it.
And I don't think there's any question here that this one's very kickable, and yeah, straight up. And I'm sure Fernandez will be back for as the clock hits 80 minutes, what could be the final play in the match. Anyway, even if it finishes at 20-14 or 23-14, this has been a vastly improved Canada effort. Much more bite, much more mongrel, and
yes.
You know, other than the 2 tries conceded in the 10-minute window in the first half when they were a man short, you know, all they've given up since is just 2 penalty goals. Been opportunistic on attack. We saw his Connor Traynor intercepting and run in from 50, and to add to Mike Schultz's first half try.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more in terms of the mongrel comment. Canada certainly put their bodies on the line for the country tonight. It was a superb display by them, as we see the penalty
and
go through.
Sign of a good team. Argentina 14-20, giving up 17-14, having given up the interception try. Just tighten down the hatches, and 2 penalty goals to push them up beyond a score. So last chance for Canada here.
And there's Sears, Dudu in, number 17 on his back, youngster. Oh, we've affected a turnover, but referee says no illegally, so penalty against Canada.
And I think these are almost the inevitable penalties, as Canada behind, desperate for possession, and needing to resort to some illegal tactics. And I'm sure this kick could be.
Referee or our assistant referee has deemed that he was out of bounds when he played the ball. So good attempt by Jordan Wilson-Ross to keep that ball in play. Good skill. Ball's gone at the front of the line out. Canada's still efforts with the counter ruck. Bark, what you saw him shooting out of the defensive line, forcing the player to come back inside. And Argentina just looking to grind down the clock. It's a better effort from the young Sears Dudu. Ball in behind, taken by Schultz, tackled. Argentina not content to just grind out these last 2 minutes. Looks like they're looking for a score. They've got all their resources lined up across the field, going wide. And Heaton's come in hard. I think he's... Yeah, Sean White. That was Sean White, pardon me, number 21. Ball's gone loose. Knocked forward. Well, you know, Ian, we've been mentioning all evening tonight about the commitment of the Canadian players, and certainly typified by that last sequence of defensive assignments. The Canadian side, Sean White shooting out in the defensive line, and as a referee signals for full time.
Well, I think we have to agree that was a far superior effort by Canada tonight than in the first 2 matches of this tournament. You know, they don't get home. They're 23 points to 14 losers, but to finish 1-2 in the tournament. But a far more committed, tenacious effort this evening against an Argentina team that was clearly the class of the tournament. I think several players for Canada, all, but some in particular, really bounced back from an off-color effort last Tuesday against the USA to play well this evening.
Yes, great team effort, and I certainly think Canada did themselves proud this evening. So they'll be delighted with that, and that'll give the coaches and the players lots to think about and lots to work on as they look forward to the tour in November over to Europe, and a great ARC in 2013.
Yeah, and I mean, first up for Canada, that obviously some players will be returning from Europe, but a number of this group will join the Canada Tour for the fall tour, with matches in against Georgia, Romania, and Portugal. But before that, Sunday, November 3rd, in Toronto at BMO Field, Canada against the New Zealand Maoris. And there's fantastic interest in the game. Over 18,000 tickets have already been sold in what promises to be just a tremendous encounter. Canada's match last year with the Maori during their fall tour was just an absolute cracker, and I know that the rugby fans in Ontario who are at BMO Field are going to be in for a treat Sunday, November 3rd.
Oh yes, wish I was there. That's going to be fantastic. Once again, we'd love to thank the tournament sponsors: the City of Langford, the Province of BC, the International Rugby Board, Tourism Victoria, the Government of Canada, for supporting the America's Rugby Championship here in Langford at Westhills Stadium. For Ian Hidley and the crew, thank you, and we'll see you next year.
So Doug Cross with you, providing us some post-game commentary here as the teams who finished Uruguay finishing in fourth place and Canada playing for third place tonight after their loss to Uruguay. So they'll be getting their medals. And we'll be seeing a presentation of the America's Rugby Championship trophy in just a few moments. We want to stay with that action. We're just moving the camera into position so you'll be able to see all the action on that far sideline. It's been a great tournament here at Langford's Westhills Stadium. 3 different game nights. The weather's been superb here out on the west coast. And so Tom Jones of the International Rugby Board now handing out Uruguay their third place medal. Sorry, their fourth place medal. Canada finishing in third place. Uruguay playing much better in the tournament this year and certainly played Canada tough. USA beating Canada 30-10, but Canada managing an opening night win over Uruguay, but it was a battle. Great crowd tonight, over 3,300 in attendance at Westhills Arena. It was an afternoon start for the first game and just after 5 o'clock Pacific for the second start. And great job by our announcers, including Ian Hidley, who's just leaving the booth right now, and Angel Cervantes and Frankie Davis putting in yeoman's work over the past 3 game nights. Now the chairman, Pat Aldous of Rugby Canada, handing over Canada their third place medals. Not a medal Canada was looking to come away with. They are very disappointed with that, I'm sure, and sure made a game of it tonight against Argentina. At one point it looked like they were in with a chance with just 3 points adrift there in the second half, and Argentina slammed the door with a try and a couple of penalties that pulled them away from Canada. Been great having all the viewers from all the different nations checking in. We've had thousands and thousands of viewers from across South America and North America, and bringing you the games in Spanish as well as English. And it's been our pleasure to do that for you. And some rumors circulating that this tournament will be back for 2014 in British Columbia. So now, what's been home for 4 teams and management and organizers for the past 13 days or so, Victoria and Langford, everyone will pack their suitcases tonight and head out on some airplanes tomorrow and Monday. Some people have longer flights than others. You can add Argentina and Uruguay on that list. Big, long flights back home to South America. Most of the Canadians will be staying in place, getting ready to prepare for the upcoming game against the New Zealand Maori. You can buy your tickets for that game at BMO Field. It's taking place at BMO Field November the 3rd, and that's at ticketmaster.ca. Over 75% of the tickets sold now. As we see the team from the United States now coming forward, and they'll be getting the second place trophy. And really got to say they must be pleased with finishing second in this tournament and coming away with 2 wins, beating Canada and beating Uruguay today. And that is a good bit of work by Coach Mike Tolkien and manager Tristan Lewis, and his supporting crew there. Some great pictures of the American team. Of course, they played earlier today, so they're all in their warm gear. The temperature has dropped like a rock here after truly some outrageously nice fall weather here, in the 17s, 18s every day. The fog has settled in for a couple of days, and today was by far the coldest, probably about 5-6 Celsius now here in Langford, under cover of darkness just before 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's just before 10 in the east, and 11 for a lot of people in Argentina and Uruguay are watching this. South American countries, they're mostly in the Atlantic time zone. Tom Jones handing out the medals now to a very jubilant USA team. Their victory over Canada, one of the first senior men's victories in about 4.5 years by a U.S. team over a Canadian team. So job well done by them. And of course Uruguay and USA getting ready for repechage, a home and away series in the March, as Tristan Lewis receives his medal, and he's beaming with pride. So 23-14 the final score, Argentina over Canada. You can see the score in the background there. And then it will be the turn of Argentina to get their championship trophy and get their medals, and those guys know how to celebrate. Just remembering last year, the kind of dance they put on, we caught a vision of that as well. Just at the end of the game, they were pretty psyched to have won this tournament. They came into the final round having already won it. There was no one that could catch them with 2 5-point bonus point victories, putting them with 10 points in the table. They finish with 14 points in the table. You can go to America's Rugby Championship.com to get all the scoring details and match reports and individual scoring details as well as the table of standings. Big shout out to, as we thank Sports Canada TV for all their work, their crew coming across from Vancouver on 3 different nights and working under trying conditions, but did a great job bringing you all the pictures. And our thanks to Shaw Television as well, a local cable company in Victoria, who came out and shot the final match of the afternoon between Canada and Argentina. It was great to have them out. Would be amiss not to thank City of Langford, Mike Lescue specifically, for all his efforts in getting our little broadcast tower built here out on the far sideline. This year we wanted to make sure that we got lots of pictures of the great fans, and I think we achieved that, as we had some great attendance here over the past 3 game nights. And now the moment Argentina's been waiting for, they're putting out the championship banner, and this is what the IRB makes up for this tournament every year. And now here we got some dancing going on. Oh, there's a great shot of what they've been playing for. They're the only team to have won the America's Rugby Championship since its inception in 2009, and so their record remains perfect. And we have just a little bit of a cable issue out on that far side. Now we got the color back. I thought we maybe hadn't paid our cable bill out there, but yeah, we got full color pictures there. And the manager, video analysis manager from Argentina, getting some special shots for him as well, for his use. And so that is a jubilant young Argentinian squad. And these guys have everything to play for now, as Argentina is in the Four Nations Championship between Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and now Argentina, the 4 Southern Hemisphere teams. So these guys playing for spots in the real big tournament now. As we get ready to see this trophy being awarded from Tom Jones, the North American and Caribbean regional director for the International Rugby Board, and Tom steward of the game from Ottawa, has been looking after this part of the world for the IRB for some years now. And a true gentleman, as we see the captain, Argentina, get it. Now it is party time. Is that sign going to survive? I don't think so. It's a one-time use sign. But they are a happy crew. And so with that, I think we will bring our coverage to an end. But it's been a pleasure giving you all the sights and sounds of what's been going on here in Canada, here in Langford, British Columbia. A part of the world, if you haven't been to it, you should really see about getting here. It's really superb. But anyway, all that aside, congratulations to Argentina. Congratulations to all 4 teams who participated so well, and all the organizers. There's a lot of people that make this happen, too many to mention. But we will say good night from Langford, British Columbia. Thanks a bunch for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again real soon.